Hi, hello everyone. It's March 18th, almost 19th. Well, a few days ago, I hit a breakthrough on the research, on my research. I was able to get the data, to wrangle the data in the right way and to get good results. But then we have more demanding requirements out of the data, and then all the good work that I did in the past 2 weeks kind of just gone, didn't work anymore. So today and yesterday, I actually spent a lot of time in trying to make sense of how to make the data satisfy the um, more stringent requirements. Basically, it's like we want to throw away some outliers. Now, when the outliers are quite outlier, it's easier to do. But now the outliers are not as outlying as before, so they're closer, actually very close to the inliers, and it presents problem. Right? It's like the previous method of dealing with outliers no longer works because the the new outliers, since they're very close to the actual data, they cannot be separated from the data using the previous method. So that's just a lot of trouble. And then I went through a lot of iterations of how to make sense of this. I think finally right now I've landed on another method which is a lot more complicated than the previous one, but this one seems to work. But again, it's not like a universal type of method, so I'm afraid when we switch to like another system, even if it's similar, we might have to find a new way of dealing with this. So again, this it's not really scalable. Basically, that's what I said. I feel like every outlier detection is very specific to what the system is. All right. Anyway, let's do this. So today we have maximum frequency stack. Or yesterday was a medium question, but troubled me a lot. Monotonic stack, right? Didn't think about it. But today is a hard question, but with a 65% acceptance rate. This could be deceiving. I did it back. Oh, I said I don't look at it. I can look at it again. All right. Let's see. What do we want? Design a stack like, it's a data structure to push elements to the stack and pop the most frequent element from the stack. I remember this, the most frequent. Well, what we can do is how many operations? 2 times 10 to the fourth. So apparently we can use heap, right? We use heap, and we use heap. How do you reason with heap? Well, what we can do is we push we want something with the highest frequency. So we keep something with a frequency, right? And then we can just pop it out. So every time I push a new value into it, right? And we'll have a dictionary, a hash map, to keep track of the frequency. And when pop 5, yeah, so we keep the frequency, right? And then we push into the priority queue, the heap, with the current frequency. The current frequency will be at the top, right? And then in this way, so I push a 1 5, a 1517. So this 1 will be the frequency at the top, and this will be I'll push a 2 5. So 2 5 will be at the top, and now 3 5 will be at the top. Then when we pop, so we pop 1, and we need to check, right? So check if the frequency is equal to the actual frequency. If it's equal, then I return this value, right? If it's not equal, it could be, right? It could be it's not equal. But it won't be because I have like 2, 5 inside. Oh, 7 is closest to the top. Holy guacamole. It also requires another thing. 7 is closer to the top. You have to do a node then in this case. Huh. So now basically we're saying we're going to push a node into it. And the node will contain two things, a tick, a time tick, right? A tick and the current frequency. So push. So wait, hold a second. 7 is closest to the top, so larger. This is a larger value, right? It's a larger value. So basically, the heap need to do comparison. So we need to tell the heap how to make comparisons, which is fine. We can make comparison, which means if this is the same, then we compare their tick. Yeah, we can do that. That's one way. Let's try it. Let's just try this. And once we pop, all the others are still remaining in the heap, right? We're remaining in the heap, so they will just keep bubbling up to the top. So the next one will always be, we don't even have to check, right? We don't have to check. We just keep pushing in. And we do have to keep track, right? We do have to keep track. So we need a counter. That's actually a counter, right? All right, I think we need a counter here. So collections put the counter. We also need a heapq. So we can say self.heap equals this, and we need a node. So class heap node. I just call it node. What do we need on this node? This node, I need its value, right? Frequency. So value is integer, frequency is integer, and also tick is integer, right? Self.val equals val, self.freak equals freak, self.tick, right, equals tick. So we need to define a def under, let's say, equal to self and other. Right. So how do we do this? Determine if self dot frequency is equal to other dot frequency, then return self dot tick. Yeah, so we're comparing the two. So which one is smaller, right? Basically, we're asking which one is smaller. Which one is smaller? All right, this is a min heap, right? So the smaller one goes first. So the tick goes higher and higher. So I'm actually going to return, because this is less than, right? We compare this and this. We can actually say this is larger than self dot and larger than other dot tick. So if my tick is larger than the other tick, that means I am closer to the top. So I shall be, I could call this. Otherwise, I will just return self dot frequency larger than other dot frequency. So with this, I don't have to change it to the negative. All right, so we have this and push, right? So basically say node equals node val. I don't know the frequency. So self dot counter val plus equal 1, and this is self dot counter val tick. We need a tick. Self dot tick 0. Every time self dot tick plus equal 1, that would be self dot tick. Right, so node equals this, and we say heapq dot heap push self dot heap, and I actually push the node in. Okay, so I push the node in, and that's it. We don't return anything. All right, pop. We're gonna say node equals heapq dot heap pop self dot heap. All right, so when we pop, we are going to self dot counter. Is this counter as tick? No, that doesn't count as tick. Pop doesn't count as tick. Only push counts as tick. So got counter node dot val, right, minus equal 1, and then return node dot val, right? So we want to return this. Try it. Let's see if it works, the scheme. Oh, my bad, I forgot. It worked on this one. All right, let's try this. Yeah, it worked. So let's just say using an auxiliary node, we take advantage of a heap to keep the node with the highest frequency and on top of the heap. If the frequency is the same, the secondary comparison is on time tick related to time tick. That is when the node is pushed to the heap. It's a very simple implementation, right? It's very simple implementation, but it's not the fastest. But it's not the fastest. O log n, right? So O log n per operation. A18, 5%. All right, so now let's think about something. Could this be improved? I mean, what can we say about this? Well, what if we treat this as a linked list? Usually a linked list works in this situation, right? So let's say we have a linked list. Every time we push, we just push, right? We push. And every time we pop. Now, here's the saying, if I push 5, push 7, now I need to push 5 again, right? I mean, I can move the 5 to the front, right? I can move the 5 to the front because it has the most frequency. And then I push 7, and I move 7 to the front. And I push 4, I move. Do you move 4 to the front? You don't. 4 cannot be in the front because 4 doesn't have as much frequency. No, it's not gonna work. It's not recently used, right? Recently used, you can use a W linked list. This is frequency. Frequency. What happens when you frequently use the most common, right? The most common. And not just frequency, it also requires if the frequencies are the same. How do you even know? Let's say our hash map will always point into the node. And on the node, I know the count, okay? So now, let's say, yeah, but you won't be able to know which one happens when. We need to keep a list, right, of time tick. But when the frequencies are the same, so you look at the front. Let's just assume the front always has the same frequency, right? And then what? I actually don't know, man. Do we have any hints on this? Ordered set, stack, hash table. No clue. Alright, it's getting late. Take a look at the solution. Stack of stack. I'm not using linked lists. I'm just priority queue. All right, people are praising it. Well, but this is mine. 28 lines. How'd you like that? Plus, I have 2 lines here. But it's all log n for each. Okay, stack of stack. All right, that's all I read. Stack of stack. What the heck do you mean stack of stack? Frequency. So when I push it, frequency 1, frequency 2, frequency 3. Let's say we have a hash map to record the frequencies for each values. And we have another thing is a map of stack, and the value, the key is the frequency. So when 5 comes in, 5 have frequency 1, so I push 5 to the stack represented by frequency 1. And then 7 also push into frequency 1. And then 5 again, so we'll push it to the frequency 2. Frequency 2 has a 5, right? And then we'll record the current maximum frequency. And something comes in, so it'll be 3, it'll be 4, whatever. So we have the maximum frequency as well. And then maximum frequency now is 3. So look at 3, we pop whatever's in it, right? And then we need to, and then once I pop, we check the length. The length, oh, we reduce it to 2. And then we pop. I think I know. Frequency stack. Oh, I don't think I will be able to figure this out by myself. But I know. So I read the title of the solution, but did not read its implementation. Hence, this is my interpretation of stack. Alright, so we need a counter. I need a counter. But this is just going to be a hash map. I call it stack map. Okay. That's going to be a default dict of list. Right? What else? We don't need this. We need to say max frequency. Right? So push. Push. What do we do? Plus equal 1. And then self.max. Yeah, self.max frequency shall equal to max self.max frequency and self.counter val, right? So update max frequency. No need to tick. And we just say self.stackMap self.counter val.append val. Oh, same. How about pop? Well, we guarantee that self.max frequency is a variable. So we say val shall equal to self.stackMap self.max frequency dot pop. If not, self dot stack map self dot max frequency, like it's empty, then self dot max frequency minus equal 1. And do this one as well. And now in return. That's it. But technically, it's actually even easier because we don't have to define a node. Oh, there's no node. My bad. Actually, I want to write a bit more. So this is O1 per operation. And memory-wise, I'm pretty sure this is better as well. I still know the val. My bad. That was so bad. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, much better. But I count this as, I did do it by myself. I'm curious what type of method I used in the past. This is the first method I used. Suspicious. Oh, I use a heap as well. Oh, you just put these in. Ah, you don't have to define this. Wow, this is actually this is very good. This is better than this one. I thought I have to define a null, but no, a tuple is sufficient. Frequency first, and what I call a count. This is a tick. This is a tick, right? Ah, yeah, this is good. This is a good solution. Very good solution. A stack of stack. Oh, I have a different implementation. I have a counter, which is a frequency, and it's a stack map. I have a stack map. How'd you find a max frequency then? I see. Yep, that's good. Oh, we do -1. Ah, this is even better. This is even better. Yeah, that's fine. Let's call stack. It's just this, right? Now we don't need this. And then this +1. If self.counter val is equal to len self.stack self.stack. Yeah, so .append a new one, and then we don't have to have a frequency. Then we just say stack self.counter val. Well, I have the -1, right? .append val pop. We just do this right? Stack, pop, and then it's minus equal 1, right? Let me say if not stack minus 1, then self.stack stack.pop, return val. Yeah, this one's even better. Update. The solution recorded a year ago is better. There's no need, right? No need to use a hash map, and no need to keep track of the maximum frequency. But again, this is a low ball. It's not really a difficult question because they allow, oh, holy shoot. Shouldn't be just like this. No. Hold up. So counter becomes bigger. Then I want to use a counter. Well, in this case, I probably need to do this because that's a 0, so we have 1, right? And in this case, I say if it's larger than, no, it's equal to. Because it's a 0, right? So it's if it's equal to, I need to push 1. There we go. Yeah, this is the one. Oh, yeah. Ooh. 296. So it's counter, stack, and stack. I will have to copy this one back. Nah, this is easier. All right. Yeah, that's just ended today. It's late. I need to go to bed. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios. For the contest. I have the contest tomorrow.